What if I told you two nonprofit founders started with the same mission, but one is thriving, raising money, paying herself, building momentum, and the other is stuck, burnt out, drowning in to dos, wondering if she's made a mistake? I'm going to show you exactly what made the difference because the only thing separating founder A from founder B is a fundraising plan that actually works. Now, if you've ever said, I just want a clear plan that doesn't feel like guesswork, this video is for you. And trust me, after 30 years as a fundraising and nonprofit coach, it can happen for you too. So let's break it down, starting with nonprofit founder B. Now, she's all heart. She's answering emails at midnight, writing grants from scratch, and 20 Google tabs open, and praying her board will finally step up. But she's stuck. There's no donor strategy, no campaign calendar, no real system, just passion and panic. She's left self-funding everything and quietly wondering how much longer she can keep doing this. Now, meet founder B. Same mission, same early chaos, but she got tired of guessing and got serious about strategy. Now, okay, full disclosure, she's a student of mine, but here's what changed. Let me show you what she did step by step. First, she started with a fundraising audit. Now, another full disclosure, she didn't have a ton of donors yet, so we couldn't do a full audit with things like donor retention rates, average gift size, or campaign ROI. So instead, we focused on what was available: past fundraising efforts, email lists, grant histories, any donation activity that we could track. Even that small snapshot gave her insights. We saw where her time was going and what brought in even a few dollars and where some of the gaps were. Then the next step is she mapped out her donor personas. And yes, since she didn't have many donors yet, we had to get a little bit creative. So we pulled local demographic data from her area, used a little bit of AI to help fill in the gaps, and made some smart research-based guesses about who her ideal donor could be, what they would care about, where they're hanging out, and how they make giving decisions. Now, why does this matter? Because before, she was trying to talk to everyone, which meant her message connected to no one. Now she knows exactly who she's trying to reach, what matters to them, and how to craft appeals that actually resonate. So no more generic messages. Every ask is intentional. Next, she did a competitive analysis. She looked at other nonprofits in the space, locally and online, to understand what they're doing well and where some of the gaps were. Now, this helped her position her organization more clearly. She saw what made her nonprofit unique and where her work filled a real need. So her messaging stood out instead of blending in. After that, she did a good old-fashioned SWOT analysis. She got honest about her strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, especially when it came to fundraising. That clarity helped her play to her strengths, avoid the traps that were draining her time, and spot new opportunities that she hadn't seen before. Then she brought all that work and research together to map out actual fundraising campaigns, not just random events or one-off grant applications, real campaigns tailored to her audience, align with her mission, and time to avoid overlap with other organizations in the community. They also worked with her capacity based on her SWOT and not against it. Then from there, she built a 12-month fundraising calendar. And this wasn't about planning campaigns. It was about creating a rhythm. She mapped out a mix of strategies to bring in new donors, keep existing ones engaged, and even start building relationships with corporate sponsors and grant funders. She laid out her campaigns, email sequences, grant deadlines, and donor stewardship touchpoints, so she always knew what was coming and when. Now, most importantly, our nonprofit founder has no more last-minute panic, no more wait, Giving Tuesday is next week moments. She's following a strategy that fits her organization, her donors, and her mission. Then we worked on her case for support because she's done the groundwork, the research, the donor personas, the competitive analysis. She was finally able to craft a clear, compelling way to tell her story and ask funders in a way that actually resonated with her donors. It wasn't just emotional, it was strategic. Each campaign spoke directly to what the supporters cared about. And with AI tools, she could draft grant proposals, donor emails, and campaign materials in a fraction of the time without losing her voice or sounding robotic. Now, before we get into the most important step, I want to take a quick moment to thank our sponsor, Click and Pledge. Now, if you're a nonprofit founder looking for an all-in-one platform that can actually keep up with your fundraising needs, this is it. Click and Pledge handles everything: peer-to-peer, text-to-give, donation forms, pages, video campaigns, donor outreach, even in-person and Zoom fundraising with their Givent feature. It's fast, it's secure, and it's built specifically for nonprofits. Plus, it integrates seamlessly with Salesforce, has transparent pricing, and gives you quick access to your funds. It's a platform that I personally recommend, and if you're looking to simplify your systems and scale your fundraising, definitely check them out. I'm going to drop a link below. Now, the last piece we focused on was marketing. And no, I don't mean posting random stuff on Instagram. We made a simple plan for how she could get the word out and actually get noticed. I mean, really, it's impossible to fundraise if nobody's ever heard of you. Now, that meant showing up online with clear messaging, reaching out to local media to share her story, building relationships with government reps and community leaders. I mean, it's different for every nonprofit, but this is what worked for her. And why? Because the more people know about who you are and what you do, fundraising gets so much easier. Donors start finding you. She didn't need to be a marketing expert. She just needed to have a plan that made sense and was easy to follow. Now people are talking about her nonprofit. They're sharing her posts and inviting her to speak. And yes, donating more. And for the first time, she's not just surviving, she's leading. So if you're feeling more like nonprofit founder A right now, exhausted, stuck, wondering if this whole thing is even going to work, you're not alone. And you're not doing it wrong. You just don't have a plan yet. Now, you don't need to figure this out on your own. That's what I'm here for. So make sure to subscribe. There's a link below if you want to learn more about my coaching program, if you're ready to get serious. But until then, start with these steps. And if you're wondering how I would raise $30K in 30 days, that's exactly what we're walking through in the next video. Now, thanks for watching. And again, be sure to subscribe. Drop me a comment with your biggest challenge. I actually read them and respond. And I'll see you next week.